Thank you, Sir Edward, for calling me in this debate, and thank you to the Right Honourable Member for Epsom and Ewell for securing this debate on such an important issue. It's around to follow the Honourable Member for Merredin. Sir Edward, in March, the government promised an aviation plan. I know we've had a change of minister, but 8 months later, with redundancies rising and the widespread use of abhorrent employment practices, we're still waiting for the plan. So I'd like to ask the Minister specifically when the plan's going to be published. In all the uncertainty, the aviation industry has adopted some absolutely abhorrent employment practices, which I and many others believe should be banned in the UK, namely fire and rehire. Now, as a member of the Transport Select Committee, I've had the opportunity, Sir Edward, as other colleagues who are here today have, of questioning Sir Alex Cruz, Mr Alex Cruz, who was until recently the Chief Executive of British Airways. Now, British Airways' initial pandemic response was to threaten to fire all of its 42,000 staff and rehire roughly 30,000 of them on permanently reduced terms. The inferior terms and conditions left some workers facing huge wage cuts of between 55% and 75%. In his evidence, Mr Cruz reassured the Transport Committee that an agreement had been reached with the unions and there would be no need to issue new contracts. Frankly, Mr Lee, I believe Mr Cruz misled the committee because 850 British Airways cargo workers forced to sign new contracts or be fired have received pay cuts of 25%. British Airways are threatening to outsource this part of the business while attempting to renegotiate and weaken the collective bargaining agreement with Unite. So in response, these staff will start balloting for strike action tomorrow, I believe, and I stand with them in solidarity as a member of Unite the Union against the imposition of drastic cuts in their wages and living standards. So I'd like to ask the Minister, who previously served as a colleague on the Transport Select Committee, chaired by his Conservative colleague and my friend, the Honourable Member for Bexhill and Battle, does he agree that the government should seek to minimise job losses in aviation while protecting pay and employment rights? I sympathise with the aviation industry. They've been hit hardest by COVID and have been left in uncertainty. However, loyal and skilled staff should not pay the price for government failure, and the pandemic and the disgraceful practice of fire and rehire must be banned.